Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Kahn and this is your West Palm Beach. Finding homes for those who've been living on the streets is a very challenging process, but the City of West Palm Beach's homeless outreach team recently made some progress by placing 40 people in transitional housing that could be the first step towards changing their lives. Cindy and her neighbor John had both been homeless for many years. Now living in comfortable apartments, they say their time on the streets was often terrifying.
I got stabbed on the streets.
They'll steal from you and beat you up.
That happened?
Yes.
Even so, when the City of West Palm Beach's homeless outreach team first approached them, they were skeptical. After so many years living by their wits outdoors, it was hard to imagine being inside.
I like staying on the street. I get a chance to sleep at a different spot every night.
But eventually, they took the team up on the offer to move into an apartment in this complex. Can you let us tour your house? Is that okay? Considered transitional housing for chronically long-term homeless people with health issues, rent will be covered for a year for 40 people. The apartments were furnished for free, and residents will be given counseling, medical care, whatever services they need to get back on their feet and on their own.
I turned 60. And I saw the opportunities and I can't let this one slide.
But even proving that they qualify for this program took months.
We have to get a boatload of paperwork for each individual. For instance, ID, social security card, birth certificate, proof of income, proof of disability, and proof of what's called chronicity, meaning monthly proof that they've been outside at least a year or longer.
Once that was taken care of, Cindy and John were both approved for apartments, as was Tracy, who lives a few doors down.
Ooh, I get chills. I be wanting to do the holy dance. It feels good.
Still, after only weeks indoors, it has been a difficult adjustment for many residents.
Still new, still fresh.
Cindy says she asked to have her queen-size bed switched out for a smaller one and even slept on the floor at first because it just felt weird to be inside and comfortable.
I had a big bed and I felt like I was drowning in it and they got me a little bed.
John, who says he has mental health issues, still doesn't know if he's cut out for such a structured existence.
I'm debating it.
But Cindy, who's a recovering alcoholic, and Tracy, who says she survived domestic abuse, are all in on this new phase in their lives, and they can't wait to see what happens next.
And it's a promise to myself. I will not become homeless again because they went out their way to help me. So I got to return that favor and show them I would never be homeless again.
And with the help of the homeless outreach team and some hard work on her part, hopefully she won't be. Some volunteers are stepping up to help care for pets who wound up without families because of financial issues, illnesses, or even deaths. They're doing so at Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League. Pam has been volunteering at Peggy Adams Animal Rescue League for the past 2 years.
You keep trying to escape. Yes.
While she's here, Pam says she'll do whatever is needed, washing load after load of blankets and towels, feeding and picking up after dogs. But her favorite activity is referred to as socializing the dogs, which means
I can do anything with the dogs that I want. I can play with them. I can take them into the playpen and we can run around. I can take them on a walk. I can sit with them in their little kennels. And as long as they feel loved, that's my job.
She's essentially getting them ready for prime time, meeting people who are looking for someone friendly to take home with them.
She's so sweet.
And then making the jump from shelter dog to family pet. Success for volunteers like Pam means seeing the dog she's played with and grown to love leave the shelter and go to a forever home. But it's not always easy to say goodbye.
I say to them every time I leave, I hope I don't see you next week. And that's my way of letting go.
The same holds true in the cat section, where visitors stop by to meet the kitties who live at Peggy Adams when they're between homes or when they're in the process of making the switch from feral to family member.
Think you might take her home?
I'm gonna ask.
And?
I don't know. We have 3 of them already.
Pam says if you're an animal lover, it's a very rewarding way to spend your time.
So you're a cat guy?
Yeah.
Volunteers can choose the type of work they'd like to do and for how long, and students can get service hours for volunteering.
You got it? There you go.
If this sounds like something you'd like to do, they'd love to have you. Just visit peggyadams.org to find out more. It's been a mainstay in the historic Northwest since 1947, and now, after a break, a newly renovated Hamburger Haven has finally reopened. The celebration at the newly renovated Hamburger Haven started with a ribbon cutting and went from there. Owner Kenny Allen, who's been serving hamburgers and hot dogs here for years, greeted customers, many of whom have been coming here since childhood.
When my mother was a little girl, who is now 81, frequented the Hamburger Haven heaven, she recalled hamburgers being 31 cents in the early 1950s and 60s.
I remember that the hot dogs were delicious, and the chili dogs and the hamburgers. After the games and after community events, people would walk down Tamarind Avenue to come to this place. Customers lined up outside the small Tamarind Avenue restaurant, waiting for a chance to taste the legendary fare hot off the grill. The CRA also provided delicious samples of what can be found on the menu. A no-frills establishment, the original Hamburger Haven opened in 1947. It's now welcoming both old and new customers, hoping to continue building its reputation as the place to be in the historic Northwest.
I'm so thankful for each and every one of you.
Hamburger Haven is no frills and all fun. You can check it out for yourself at 1018 North Tamarind Avenue. If you think you have to head up north to ice skate outdoors, think again. There's a new rink right outside the Ben Hotel with ice that's frozen solid and the real deal. At the opening of the Ben Hotel's outdoor ice skating rink on the downtown West Palm Beach waterfront, a first look at how unique it really is.
South Florida's first and only outdoor ice skating rink.
The first skaters onto the ice confirmed that it is the real deal, actual ice, not imitation. And even though it was 80 degrees out, that ice was frozen solid. They managed to keep it that way through a patented technique that freezes the ice from below. And it's guaranteed to stay frozen even if it hits the high 80s. It's worked at similar rinks in Southern California and Las Vegas, where, just like here, a little Zamboni smooths out the rough spots. Skater Sasha Siegel, who used to compete when she lived in Ohio, says it's a great spot to take her daughter and to get in some spins herself.
The best possible experience. It's really exciting to have it in downtown.
The skating rink will stay open until early March. Admission includes skate rental, and there are snacks available for purchase. The rink can be accessed from the front of the Ben Hotel, which is located at 251 North Narcissus Avenue. When you hear something go bump in the night and you want to know if it's a ghost, who are you going to call? Mandel Public Library, of course. That's where you'll find ghost hunting kits to conduct your own investigation. This is one of the ghost hunting kits now available at Mandel Public Library.
There is a paranormal investigation logbook.
It's a scaled-down version of what you may have seen on reality shows and in the Ghostbusters movies. You get a little body cam to slip on and an audio recorder to document whatever you may see and hear or think you do.
You know, detecting any messages that the ghost might be trying to communicate with you.
And the most important gadget, this electromagnetic field radiation, or EMF, detector. Ghost hunters believe you can tell if a spirit is in the vicinity by watching the meter. If the numbers go up, and especially if they turn red, you may have found something.
You're looking for any sort of spike in electromagnetic fields, so any increase in activity. It could mean that there's, a spirit present.
When the meter was aimed at the library's historic map storage area,
it went up. And now it's gone.
And in some of the librarians' workspaces.
I'm at a 9 now.
That's really high. This corner might be haunted.
It might be.
The EMF detector reacted in a few spots in City Hall, too, like the TV 18 studio.
It turned red.
And even City Commission chambers. Okay, that was just the video production manager trying to scare us, but the meter did go up a bit.
And it's red.
It's red. I don't know what that means, but it's red.
Of course, there's no scientific evidence that the meter is actually detecting ghosts or spirits or anything paranormal. It could just be detecting electronics in the vicinity.
Nothing there, and then boom.
If you'd like to give it a try, you can borrow a ghost hunting kit from the library for up to 2 weeks. It's just one more way to explore the adventure that is your West Palm Beach. I'm Cheryl Kahn, and we'll see you next time.